Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you the Deadpool helmet project that I'm currently working on. I printed this like more than 4 times already, so I'm just going to share you my experience on how I do it. The file is actually for Budwin. If you don't know Budwin, check out his I don't know, page or whatnot. I'm gonna put a link in the description where you can find him. He has a couple of helmets made there for printing as well. So my Ender 3 is just 220 by 220 by 250 millimeters. I'm not so if you're thinking about trying to print the Deadpool helmet, that's just how small my printer is. So as you can see, most of my orientations here are just for stability, because my printer is a bed slinger. If you're using a Core XY printer, you might not, this orientation might not be useful for you. But as you can see, the orientations here are actually somewhat crazy because it doesn't in most of the orientation doesn't really match on how it should look like, but it works for me. It doesn't mean it would work for you, but I just want to share my experience on how I actually did it. As you can see, the parts right here are mostly oriented on the y axis plane, so at least it's just the bed is gonna be moving forwards and backwards, and that's why if you take a look at the eyes, it's straight on the y-axis plane. If you see the side panels right here, it doesn't really have any supports at the bottom. If you take a look at the sliced model, you would see how it would actually support itself. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna print, but it would print. I printed it more than 3 times already, so it works for me. It doesn't mean it would work for you. Anyways, I will be slicing it already, so at least we would know how long it would take. It's already pre-sliced, so it should actually be just all good. So if you take a look, it would print around 3 days. Gonna use half a kilogram of filament. I'm using 0.12 layer height. You could actually put it on 0.6, and you can bump the time to let's say 2 days and 14 hours, not really quite sure, but I usually play around the layer height from 0.12 to 0.16, depending on how much quality does my friends actually want. But yeah, most of the prints here are, let's say, some way somehow it's the most efficient. Again, it's for me, it's the most efficient. If you have other ways to print it efficiently, let me know, comment down below, and I'll take a look into the orientation that you have. Anyways, going back to the prints, I'm trying to review it one by one, but again, I already printed it mostly before, and I don't really have some issues within this one. So I'm just gonna run you through on how it looks like on the print. I'm gonna show you a speed up footage on how it's gonna be printed, and I'll show you how I put on the magnets and how I keep the magnets on. Okay, the files are actually all good. Everything is cleaned up, as you could see. I'm using the Esun Fire Engine Red for the red part of the mask. Black and white is just the regular black and white for Esun. But everything is actually made with Esun PLA. As you can see, the details is actually all good. Everything is cleaned up. Let's just set aside the red pieces for the meantime, and let's connect the white part to the eyes. Okay, so as you can see, there is actually a right orientation when you're putting the lenses on the eyes. I'm actually using the Tamiya cement for plastic. It's not, you can use other glues, but I chose this because if I use super glue, it makes like a white mark within the layer lines or the textured pieces. I used the cement or this plastic cement because I've been using it before on other plastics. What it does, it melts the plastics and it chemically, let's say, binds together, and it creates a strong bond. So it works for me. Again, it might not work for you, but just something that you want to consider if you want. So now I'm actually putting the magnets on the pieces right there. I'm using 8x2mm magnet. These are the magnets that's going to be preloaded on the file itself. One thing that you need to know on the magnet itself is that you need to put it on the right orientation. There's a north pole and the south pole right there. What I did, I just put it on the ice first, then put it on any other pieces that won't actually affect the orientation. But what I usually do, before I put the opposite side of the magnet, I usually try to turn it around. If you try to put the magnet near, and it pulls in, that's not the side that you want on the other side. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip it. If it deflects or if it retracts, that's the side you want to put it on the other side, if you know what I mean. But make sure that the magnets are just always on the right position, so at least you won't have any troubles on building the mask right there. So right now I'm using a nail polish gel with a UV coating. What it does, it makes the magnets a lot more sturdy. It won't be removed whenever you're gonna play with the mask. I've used it with a couple of masks. The first time I did it, every magnet, whenever I try to put them together, at least one or two magnets is gonna be removed. So if ever you're gonna use this technique, make sure that the orientations are properly aligned, because once you put on this let's say UV coating, it would be hard for it to be removed. So yeah, just make sure it's gonna be all correct, so you won't have any troubles for that. Anyways, it makes the magnets stick a lot longer whenever you're gonna play with it. So yeah, just an idea if you want, but it actually helps a lot. So I am already done with the models itself. I'm just gonna lay it on the table. I'm gonna assemble it. Huge thanks to Budwin for making the file. It's actually awesome. As you can see, it's very high detail. You're gonna really love it once you have it printed. As you can see, the eyes looks really like a leather finish right there, but it's not. Anyways, the good thing about the print right here is that I didn't have to precise it. I think I have the same head as Budwin, and most likely most of his other helmets would have let's say the same size as this one. So if ever you want to have a video on resizing, there's other videos on YouTube for that. I'll try to make one, but I didn't have a chance to have an encounter of resizing the helmet or whatnot. But if I do, I'll make a video of that. Anyways, so you can see the details are very good. The burgundy red actually makes the mask stand out, so you can see. It's really high detail. I hope you really enjoyed the video. So yeah, that's actually it for me. I hope you enjoyed the making of the mask. I hope it helped you on if ever you wanted to print the mask as well. You're having hard times on what orientations you're gonna want. But yeah, this is just the way I do it. I already made again 3 or 4 of these for my friends. They actually really like that. Anyways, please do consider subscribing. Make sure you comment down below what other videos you want me to do, other projects or whatnot. Mostly I'll be making just be 3D printing videos, making other products, models, if ever. I'm trying to take a look at toy makers models. I already made a Voltus 5 and an Optimus Prime. I want to make them like a Mazinger Z. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you on the next video. Bye bye.